I believe I'm
I,
officially live. So now
I,
I have Chris here, and then Chris, if you can open up your phone or something and maybe just start talking in the mic. I just want to make sure you're good, make sure I can hear myself, make sure we can hear you, with the game audio still there as well.
so you can hear me. So you want me to talk, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to talk, and then you're gonna talk and then
Keep on.
listen on your end to see if you can if it sounds fine.
I mean, it sounds fine to me, but I'm checking with my iPhone. So
Okay. Like the game audio is not too loud, you're not too loud,
yeah,
we're
I'm
all in a
not.
good spot.
I feel like we are, but
Okay. And then one thing I forgot to do is I actually need to open the YouTube on my end. That way because we're live streaming. That way, if anyone joins the live stream, so I have no idea if anyone joined the live stream. So I'm gonna try to do that as I'm playing,
oh my, oh my
and
gosh,
I'm probably gonna end up like in a bad place.
what place are you in?
I'm in 11th now because I'm pressing the B button and I'm going backwards. Okay.
I'm in seventh. Man, I'm terrible at Mario Kart.
Yeah, actually, I'm curious to see if I'm gonna be able to. I'm actually curious to see if I'll be able to catch up with you guys. Okay, there it is. I just have to make sure it's muted. Okay, I have it muted. This is Mr. Ray R. What happened to your hair? Oh, that's funny. So, I am Mr. R, but I'm also Mr. R's twin brother. So, that's what happened to the hair. I cut mine off way back, probably 2010, 2011. But hello, Karen. I do have a question for you guys. How's the audio? Can you guys hear me
Yeah.
pretty
Oh well,
well?
I'm not even talking.
Yeah, I'll say then. Can you guys hear Chris pretty well too?
I'm hecka focused, dude. I'm trying to
Yeah,
at
that's gonna
least
be the
place.
hard part. He said someone said yeah, and it says you're his twin. Yes, I'm the twin. So I don't know if you guys are his current students or previous students, but welcome to the chat. And I'm in 11th place because I forgot to open up the live stream, so I couldn't see chat. So that's why I'm so far behind. And we're gonna see if I can catch up.
Dude, it's third lap already.
I'm on second lap, so you're way ahead of me.
Oh, what a jerk!
What place are you in, Chris?
I'm in seventh right
You're
now.
in seventh. Okay.
I'm in eighth right now.
Okay. I think I am catching up just a little bit. But yeah, you guys are so similar. Sorry if I'm mistaken. Oh yeah, we're identical twins. So trust me, you wouldn't be the first or the last.
Dude,
Okay,
I only have.
my thunderbolt. I hope it did some damage. But yeah, part of the reason why we're doing this live stream today is we have the Nintendo Direct for the Switch 2 tomorrow. For us, it's going to be 6 a.m., which is great because then all the East Coast people
Kidding
can
me?
tell us if GameStop will be doing like pre-orders and stuff like that.
Yeah, I got ninth place.
Okay, I got 11th, so I actually didn't even finish the race. It didn't let me. Okay, so that should be the only last place finish of the night. All right, so Chris and then chat as well. Um, we have Nintendo Switch 2 tomorrow. Um, what games do you see being announced? And this is something like I'm gonna want to rewatch this, just to kind of see what we said tonight compared to what's actually gonna happen. So yeah, what games do you think are going to be announced tomorrow? Do you think we're going to have anything new, or is it just going to be a bunch of third-party, you know,
Well, they're for sure going to announce
re-releases?
Mario. they're gonna for sure announce Mario Kart
Yeah.
9.
Well, I mean, like
Ah,
it was teased. I wouldn't even say it was teased, but I agree. It definitely wasn't the demo that we got when they showed off a Zelda demo for one of the consoles, and then we didn't get anything like it a long time ago. That one was definitely a game.
yeah.
But yeah, I think we can agree Mario Kart 9, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Deluxe. No, it's just
No,
But
I'm
yeah,
really
besides,
hoping for.
yeah, so obviously Mario Kart. What else are you thinking is gonna get announced tomorrow?
I'm honestly, I'm hopefully like if they have some type of Mario Odyssey game, that'd be really cool. Unlikely, but
So when you say Odyssey, do you mean like any 3D Mario or like a Odyssey sequel or a remake
I'm talking about like an Odyssey sequel.
sequel?
I
Okay.
mean, like that would be the smartest thing. I mean, like if you're gonna have a Nintendo console, you want a Mario game to like to
That
headline
makes
it.
sense.
That's my opinion.
Yeah, so if they do come out with a Mario game, I'm gonna be honest, because I am expecting the Mario game too. I'm not expecting it to be a launch title, and we will
Really,
go into the launch a little bit later. But yeah, I'm expecting the Mario Kart to be a launch title, mainly because of how much money Mario Kart 8 made, because it was the highest selling game on the console, right?
I would say so. I mean, it's had a lifetime
Oh, sorry, I'm
of.
not paying attention.
Oh, Jude.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the highest dude, that Piranha Plant, and I'm keep running into it. Pretty sure it was the highest paid game. That's why I think that one's gonna be like launch. Definitely. I'm expecting Mario 3D Mario to be holiday.
That would make sense, dude. That didn't even look like it hit me.
Dude, am I? Oh snap! No. Okay, I did get 3 mushrooms. You guys need to sleep, or is it spring break? That's from Josh. No, we don't have any time. Um. Oh, that's why I was in such a high place, because there's nobody in this one. I'm like, oh, I'm in 7th place. That's not too bad. It's only 8 people.
Well, I was surprised I got third place.
Yeah. So Josh, the Switch 2 is gonna have a lot of information come out. Okay, I don't want to do that Rainbow Road again. So Chris, you said Mario Kart. You said a 3D Mario. Anything else you think is gonna get announced tomorrow? Because there's one I do think you're missing.
You think I'm missing?
Yeah.
Like you talking about Zelda?
No, like a game that's gonna be announced tomorrow.
I don't know.
The gimmick game. Good
Are you
night,
talking about like
Josh.
a?
Gimmick game, Wii Sports, Nintendo Land,
Oh, okay.
1-2 Switch, the gimmick game. The gimmick party game. And I'm not saying gimmick as in like it's a negative thing, but the gimmick game. I think that will be announced tomorrow. And I can't tell you
Honestly,
what that
Nintendo
is.
Land was really cool. I really like Nintendo Land.
Even Wii Sports was cool.
Yeah,
I feel like 1-2 Switch didn't have like as powerful of a impact that Wii Sports did. And unfortunately, I feel like the only reason why Nintendo Land didn't have a powerful impact is because the Wii U in general was a failure. But that was a fun game. So, Chris, something else I have down in my notes is launch titles. We kind of talked about it briefly with the 3D Mario. What are you expecting the launch titles to be?
dude, it's hard to guess, but like, I know I'm just gonna throw it out there.
Mm-hmm.
What I really want is a 3D Donkey Kong game.
Okay, so 3D like the Donkey Kong 64.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. That was one of my favorite games growing up, and I mean, like, Donkey Kong hasn't had a game in forever.
Like a new game or just
Yeah, like a new game.
yeah. Because I'll say he had a remake come out, but that was a remake.
It was a remake.
And Chris, because you asked for that Donkey Kong game, they're gonna give you like a Donkey Kong rhythm music game instead.
Well, I believe, if any kind of Kong game comes out that's new, that would be real. That would be a win.
Yeah.
Or a Mario Odyssey game. Like people are expecting Galaxy to go back
Mhm.
into the mix, but I don't think that that's going to happen
I hope not. I
realistically.
don't. The Galaxy um, formula wasn't my favorite formula of 3D Mario game because I feel like the Galaxy game was almost like 3D Land, 3D Mario in a way. Um, and I personally like Sunshine 64 and Odyssey a lot better. Because one thing I did appreciate about Sunshine was they still added that linear platforming levels without the water nozzle.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay, I didn't do too well on that one.
I
Eighth
was
place.
first place for a moment and then the glory got taken away from me.
Hey, yeah, you're in third, so you top three, 2 races in a row. So yeah, so I know you said Donkey Kong, but what do you think that's going to be a launch title, or is that something?
I
Um,
don't think it's going to be a launch title. I think it's going to be one of those games where it's like, hey, this is in the works, but it will be released at a later date.
okay.
So, like,
Um,
Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild was a launch title, wasn't it?
it was because it also came out on the Wii U. To me, it was supposed to be a Wii U game, but yeah, it was a launch title. And that's the thing is like I feel like the only game that was is late is Metroid Prime 4, which is also I'm wondering if that's actually going to be a launch title. And I also wonder if that's the reason why they had the Nintendo Direct last week
So that they can announce it, and then they're going to be like, "Oh, we're just letting you know, this is
yeah,
going to be a launch title for."
for the Switch too.
That would make sense.
Yeah, so I'm expecting Metroid Prime 4 to be in the launch window. That's a guess. Launch title, I think the only 2 games we're gonna get is the gimmick game, and Mario Kart as the launch titles. But launch year, I definitely see 3D Mario, Metroid Prime 4. I definitely see those two being the launch year titles. Because another question I actually have, Chris, you actually answered this with Donkey Kong, was what game do you think will come out for the Nintendo Switch 2 lifespan? And like,
Hmm.
I don't want you just to answer like, oh, new Smash Bros, new Zelda. Like, we know that's coming, but like just more specific. So kind of like what you said, like you're expecting a 3D Donkey Kong because we haven't had that since 1999. So
You know what?
my red shell, by the way, Chris.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So do you have any other games besides the 3D Mario you think will come back?
So I was surprised that they had the Tamagotchi life,
Mm-hmm. Oh, I
and
forgot about that.
you know what? I wouldn't I wouldn't doubt that that would be something because since that's launching in 2026, you got
Mm-hmm.
to go figure that that's going to be in the lifespan of the Switch too.
Oh, okay.
Like
That's 2026. I think that's
that's safe to
going.
say.
Yeah.
It's
And
safe to
Jordan, I
say.
think it was Jordan that pointed out that on the Nintendo Switch, like it didn't specifically say it was only for the Nintendo Switch. I mean,
No,
they also didn't say it wasn't going to be, but
but it's heavily implied that that's going to be a game that.
yeah. Because if we rewind to Pokemon Day, did you watch the Pokemon Day Pokemon
Oh
Unleashed
yeah,
video, right? Um,
yeah.
I already forgot what the name of the game was called, but it had the Pokemon battling game, and it said like the Nintendo Switch family or something. Like they
Yes,
specifically
I
didn't
caught
say
that.
Nintendo Switch 2, but the way they worded it was definitely like, yes, it's going to be coming out for the Switch 2, and it sounds
Oh,
like that's
you
going to be an iOS
sure.
game too.
That guy who dropped the bomb really got me.
Rail?
And yep. I got 12th place.
Oh man. Well, I beat you. But yeah. So what games besides Donkey Kong, 3D Donkey Kong, what are you expecting on the Switch 2? And this can be just lifespan, not necessarily like that's going to be announced tomorrow.
Well, I'm sure that they're gonna do another Splatoon game. So that's probably a given. They're
Yeah.
gonna go back to Splatoon 4
Oh, of course, of
and
course.
give us, possibly more battles and more,
Yeah. But like, can you think of any games like the ones that aren't obvious? Like, does that make sense?
I'm giving you games and you're telling me it's not
I
good
mean,
enough.
well, Splatoon 4 is obvious. That's obviously gonna come.
Yeah.
Like, if you just say, "Oh, a new Zelda game's gonna come out on this system," like we know a new Zelda game, but like,
Okay, so
because I like
you're
the
talking
Donkey
about like
Kong series.
specifically what Zelda game they're gonna come out.
Yeah, sure. Something more
Okay.
than just like a franchise. Like we know that franchise is coming. Like I can say a new Smash Bros is coming. Like that's an easy, easy answer. Um, but to make the more specific, I do believe the new Smash Bros is just going to be Smash Bros Ultimate Deluxe.
Yeah.
Instead of a new one, I think we're just going to get a deluxe. And they're just going to add more DLC or more characters or more levels.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
No?
I think if they're gonna do a new Smash, they're gonna do a new Smash. Supposedly he's working on a different game, and
Okay.
people were saying that it's Smash, but it's all hearsay.
Yeah, it is all hearsay. And who knows? That could
I-
be teased at the very end of the. That could
They're
be teased
probably
at
gonna
the
do
very end.
they're probably gonna do Kirby Touch and Go.
Yeah.
Do you think the Switch 2 will have a stylus? It didn't really show a stylus, did it?
No, it didn't. But you know what's funny? So one of my questions I have is, and we can but hold on. Let's actually hold on to that idea about the stylus because I do have a question about that. I was gonna ask I have my questions like 1 through 5. But I think another game that might be released was a Mario Maker with a 3D mode. Do you think that would be? Do you think that that's going to be in the works?
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah, so it would still have the 2D mode with it, but it's also going to have 3D mode to go with it as well.
Yeah.
Because I feel like in 2D mode, the only thing they could add is the Super Mario Wonder physics, and I don't know if that's enough for like a, you know, Mario Maker 3. I feel like that's not enough. I think it would still sell, but I think it would sell even more if it had a 3D scaling to it.
Yes. I mean, the possibilities of that too would be crazy.
Yeah, I would actually probably play the 3D levels more than 2D levels. 'Cause I don't know about you, but
Yeah.
those 2D levels, they're pretty difficult.
Well, it
And
depends on who makes them.
yeah. Because another thing about the Mario Maker 2, it was hard to play with friends because, like, I always got disconnected. And it's a shame because it was a really fun multiplayer experience, but it was just always inconsistent. Dude, I think I was almost last.
Yeah.
So,
It, so that's
go ahead.
actually a good prediction. Um, like I would assume that you really can't do much with Super Mario Maker. I mean, like they upped it from from Super Mario Maker 1 to Super Mario Maker 2.
Yeah.
But adding a 3D component to it, that would be insane. Like, could you imagine doing a galaxy level, or
Yeah.
could you imagine doing an Odyssey world? Like, that would be insane.
Yeah. And the thing is like I was talking to my friends the other day, and I was like, Halo 3 had Halo Forge. I think it was Halo 3, maybe Halo Reach. And like I remember making Donkey Kong levels in Halo, and it was just like, not only that, we have Minecraft, we have all these sandbox 3D games where you could build stuff. So why not Mario? And not only that, it's Super Mario Maker 3. So it's easy to put Super Mario Maker 3D. Like you could just put the D after the 3. You know, like it ties in well. I think it'll Nintendo make it happen. That's all I'm asking. That's what I would like to see.
I'd rather see a Donkey Kong game,
Yeah,
personally, in my
I
opinion.
would be down for Donkey Kong as well.
Or what if they make Yoshi's Story too?
You know it's unfortunate because as much as Yoshi's my favorite character, like if I had a young child, I would be interested in the Yoshi games. But we haven't had like a challenging Yoshi game since Yoshi's I think one of the Yoshi games on the DS.
Oh,
But
you're talking about like the old throwback, like the Yoshi Story. Not the
yeah,
Yoshi Story, but like yeah,
it
like
was like
what
a
we're playing right
2D.
now, Super
Yeah,
Mario.
I
Yeah,
think that would be
this
really
that game
cool.
was tough.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, jumping back, um, because I'm still surprised it's not a thing. Smash Bros. Character, put Paper Mario in it. I know we already have enough Mario clones, but Paper Mario needs some love. I'm actually surprised he hasn't been in a Smash Bros. Game. Because Mr. Game and Watch, he fits, so you know Paper Mario would fit in the game easily.
Yeah, that I don't know. Super Mario doesn't really seem like he would have a move set. To be honest,
No, I feel like
no.
he has some items in his arsenal. Um, because does he ever use his hammer in just regular Smash Bros? I don't think so, right?
No.
Yeah, so as long as as long as he uses some of his items that he uses in the game, I think he'll be fine. It'll be enough differential to uh make a clone that's not like a direct clone.
Are
Like
you kidding me? Like,
to
who
avoid.
throws their boomerang in the back?
I see you behind me.
Jerk. Yeah.
It wasn't me. I didn't do it,
I know it wasn't you.
but oh snap! Did not want to use that. Oh man. Okay. All right. So we actually only have a couple more questions, Chris. Um, first one, console gimmick. So obviously we had motion controls. Wii U had the tablet and the TV. The Switch had the portability plus the dock. Obviously, the Switch 2 has the portability plus the dock, and the Joy-Con's a little gimmicky too, but they're kind of related to the Switch. But what new gimmicks are you expecting to learn tomorrow?
I'm thinking about. So this is kind of cheating
Mm-hmm.
because I heard someone talk about it,
That's
but
okay.
apparently there's supposed to be a mouse function on the
Mm-hmm.
controllers.
I was actually going to bring that up too, specifically the mouse function on the Joy-Cons, right?
Yeah, so you're supposed to like lay it down, kind of like it's
Yeah,
supposed to be a mouse.
yeah. And I saw that, and it didn't bother me. The only thing that did bother me is like if I'm laying in bed, now I feel like I can't use that gimmick. Like I have to use that gimmick specifically if I'm at a desk. Um, but you know, a mouse isn't new to Nintendo. Um, we had Mario Paint,
Yes.
and Mario Paint was actually a lot of fun. Speaking of
Yeah.
Mario Paint, that's something I like to see on the Switch too as well.
I mean, it's possible. I would rather see that than a Super Mario Maker, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
But yeah, I say if they're gonna use the mouse, bring back Mario Paint. Any other gimmicks you think they might announce tomorrow? Because I have one. If you're still thinking of one,
Go ahead.
so I saw a video, and obviously, you know, take these with a grain of salt. But dang it. So it was the Switch, and you can flip it upside down, and obviously the screen would still be like right side up, kind of like a phone. You could flip it either way, and the screen will fix itself. So you know how the Switch has the USB-C on the bottom, right?
Yeah.
So if you flip it upside down, now the USB-C port's on the top. I'm doing horrible. USB-C port's on the top, and then you can connect a second screen to the um, to the Switch too, making it a very large DS.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah. Um, Obviously, no idea how that's you know that's in the works. I do think it was a fan-made video. Obviously it was a fan-made video that I saw, but I think that's just like a fanboy's dream. But it would be interesting to see if they actually do implement it. Yeah, I think I got him. Okay, dude, I did horrible. I got a crazy 8 item. That's how bad I was doing.
I'm
um,
doing terrible.
it's okay. This is probably as sad as this sounds. This may be one of our last times playing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Yeah. Uh,
Um, Actually, just have one more question, and then we could start wrapping it up. Um, Release date and price. It's kind of a two-parter question because I know
I
we've all heard rumors, but go ahead. Sorry.
I thought it was going to be sometime in May. Like that was
Okay.
my original before I heard, the spoilers and all that stuff. I mean, like that was my original thought. May, and then I was even thinking of November because I was like that would make the most sense to have it in November so people like want to like flock to it. But that would create such a high demand. I don't
Yeah.
think I don't think that's wise.
Huh. Let's chose my vote again. Yeah, and you know the rumored release date, correct?
Yes, it's June.
Yeah, June 2nd. Um,
Yeah.
Obviously, as a fan, I'm gonna hope for June 2nd. Um, Definitely this year, like that one's obvious. But if they did June 2nd, I think that would give them enough time to prepare for holiday season and to get some more stock. Um, but then again, I feel like a lot of consoles do get released in November. Switch got released in March. I do remember that. So a summer release date wouldn't be too bad. So what price are you thinking? Because I personally have not heard any rumors about pricing.
I've heard rumors about pricing.
Okay, what have you heard?
So originally, I thought it was gonna be, thought it was gonna be like 250.
This
Like
is
just
USD,
that,
by the way.
yeah. I wishful thinking. I was like, okay, 250 is going to be, like a fair price for having like a new gaming console for Nintendo. But
Mm-hmm.
like reading what people have to say about like just pricing in Nintendo in general. Um, when I heard like what the rumored price was, it kind of makes sense, especially with the tariffs going on in America. So
Yeah.
so I'm thinking that it's going to be $400 easily.
Okay. Yeah, my prediction. How come it's not letting me? Uh, I have the stupid thing on. Won't let me drive me out of bounds. Yeah, I was thinking 400 as well. Should probably save a couple of these. Yeah, I was also thinking 400. It is Nintendo, so there is hope for it to be cheaper. But I believe the Switch was 350, correct, at launch.
Yeah, it was
Yeah, I'm expecting 400. 400,
because
32 gigabytes. No.
yeah, what is the OLED? What is the OLED selling for? Is the OLED selling for $299?
It might be 350. I don't. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. Pastor plays. How's it going? Um, yeah, we're just talking about release date and price. The OLED, I want to say it goes for either 300 or 350. I don't know the final price, but that's where I'm going.
I $400 is a fair price for
Okay.
them to sell it, and people are gonna buy it, and it's gonna sell out
Yeah. Pastor
fast.
plays says 350. Obviously, I would hope 350. It's tough because I feel like Nintendo's always tried to make it more affordable. Um, the only time they really truly messed up with the price was the original 3DS. I feel like. Um,
You know, this is gonna sound cynical, but
mhm.
I'm gonna say it anyways. I feel like when they announced the virtual game, you know, what was it called? Virtual.
It used to be called Virtual Console. Now it's called Nintendo Switch Online
No, I'm talking
something.
about when you're like you let people borrow the digital
Oh, okay.
copy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What is it?
I don't remember exactly, but it's lending. By the way, Pastor confirmed Switch OLED is 350.
Yeah, so I would say 400. It'd be 400 because they're gonna sell those OLEDs for 350 still,
Okay.
even when the Switch 2 comes
That's
out.
fair. And Pastor, I'm not sure if you were here. Chris also mentioned with the tariffs going on too, we don't know what price is is things being is 400 the new cheap thing,
I
the
wouldn't
new
call that
cheap
cheap.
electronic, because you talk about like RTX 5090s 2000. I don't remember what the PS5 was. And then he says I need to turn my mic up. I will do that in just a moment. Do you remember the PS5 price?
Wasn't it
You have
500? I thought it was like 600 or something.
I don't know either. So okay, that's actually how would you feel if it was over 400?
I would still buy it. I know that. I mean, like,
I
let's
like
be
you being
real.
honest because I feel like that's every fanboy. Uh, they're gonna complain about it, but at the end of the day, they're still gonna buy it.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now that I believe that the games coming out for what, like it's been $60 for the longest time. I think they're
Yeah,
going to push I think they're going to push it. And they were testing the waters with Tears of the Kingdom where they're like, "Hey, let's just charge $10 extra and see if people still buy it." And they
yeah,
did.
and
So I think every game is going to be $70 from here on out.
yeah, I do too. To be fair, Nintendo didn't start the trend of $70, but yeah, I do think it's gonna be. Yeah, Anthony says he's gonna do one more ELOP, so you use that money to pay for it. Um, so here's my current plan: is I want to go to game. because I don't think we're gonna be able to buy it online. I'm gonna try to go to GameStop or Best Buy tomorrow morning, and
You think they're gonna have pre-orders that open tomorrow?
I think so. But that's also I'd like that we're on the West Coast because I feel like the East Coast people will know beforehand. Because I remember when the Switch pre-orders first came out, something was announced, and I just remember I left work and I went straight to GameStop and I was able to get it no problem. Yeah, okay, so Pastor Plays says according to a leak, pre-orders will come out tomorrow. But obviously, we don't know how true that's going to be.
Maybe it's someone who wants to make sure that no one goes.
Yeah.
That's actually kind of a smart idea to like, hey, pre-orders aren't going to be until next week, and then
Yeah. Cause
I mean, it's a blessing living in California because obviously we'll know about it
yeah,
soon.
and then we'll also know how many like GameStop is allowing like the GameStops in the East Coast. My biggest fear about pre-ordering from GameStop is the company still going to be in business June 2nd? No. But
You get there and it's just nothing but Funko Pops
I
in your
know.
box.
Um. Okay, Pastor says he's not going to pre-order yet. I've always been a day one for the Nintendo products. I need to stop doing that. I know it's a problem, but yeah, my plan is to do that. Hopefully, if not GameStop, then maybe Best Buy. And then I'm actually thinking about asking my dad to join me too.
Oh, to reserve one.
Yeah, because if it's June 2nd, I'm actually going to be out of the country June 2nd, and I feel like if I don't pick it up day one, they're going to give it away to someone else.
Oh, I
Even
see.
if they say, "Oh no, we would never," be like BS, bogus stuff. Like you guys, like if I worked at GameStop, I'd be taking that thing home. Dude, I was almost third place. I'm not gonna get it. I'm not gonna get it. Oh, poor.
Dude, I thought I was third for a moment.
I believe it. Pastor plays. Um, but Chris, this is actually where I'm at. I'm gonna do one last lap. It's almost 9:30. We'll just wrap up. Any ideas you thought about? Anything that you um wanted to mention? Anything that popped up in your head after we talked about a topic?
You know what? I did actually have a topic,
All right, go ahead.
and
Let's have it.
so honestly, I think Nintendo was testing the waters with is it Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom and Peach's Showtime games that they're gonna make. They're gonna try to
Oh,
make one more game of that, like possibly even a Legend of Zelda, an open world concept where you play as Zelda instead of Link.
like that would be cool. I mean, DEI is kind of going away. No, I'm just kidding. But the
That,
that would I think that would be cool because you are
like, could
right.
you
They should
imagine it
have
like a Peach game, open world?
that. I would love it. And it kind of reminds me, even if we didn't have a Peach game open world, going back to Donkey Kong 64, and I believe it was Yoshi's Island DS, where you could switch characters.
Yes.
A lot of people don't like that gimmick. I don't have a problem with it. I remember on Yoshi's Island, it was Baby Mario, Baby Peach, Baby Donkey Kong, and maybe Baby Wario.
Yeah, it was Wario.
Yeah, and then even Super Mario 64 DS, we had different playable characters. So, Grand Theft Auto 5 had different playable. No, obviously, different company, but I would be down for one of those. And how about even this, Chris? Um, Four Swords Adventures Triforce Heroes Zelda game. Would you welcome that, or are you more? I'd rather have Why am I being an idiot? All right, Mr. Pastor, thank you for hopping on. But yeah,
Dang it, man.
would you want another multiplayer Zelda game, or think they should just stick to single player?
The biggest thing about multiplayer game is that it's a beneficial for them because you gotta have four Nintendo Switches twos
Yeah,
and then four games to play that. Like
yeah,
unless
and
you're
you'll need
playing
4 link
local,
cables. No, just kidding.
yeah, which in fact they know people aren't going to be. Um, they know people are going to be playing like locally. Like
hmm
the most realistic. If you're spending $400 on a game, you most likely have a job.
Yeah.
So,
The but yeah, it's gonna be an interesting little announcement tomorrow. Got my alarm clock for 5:30. Um, I want to
yeah,
go the I'm gonna go to the donut shop when I wake up. Just have some donuts and some milk. I'm just gonna watch it in bed, and um, then yeah, hopefully we'll be able to get secure the Switch tomorrow. Some tips that someone else told me was make sure you're signed in to whatever account, whatever website you want to order it off of. So if you have a Target account, make sure you're signed in. You have a Best Buy account, make sure you're signed in. I think GameStop has an account, so just make sure you're signed in to all of your accounts. Two-step verifications.
yeah. Nothing sucks more than being like filling out captchas and forgetting your password in
Yeah,
the middle
that
of
is
thousands of
all
people are
done.
logging on.
Yeah. Hey, Opal. Thank you for joining. You actually just caught us at the end. We're gonna be logging off in a couple minutes, so but I'm gonna go ahead and leave the online group. But yeah, so that was our Nintendo Switch 2 predictions. Chris, my last question, because I remember I wanted to ask you this prior, but I forgot. Is the Nintendo Switch 2 name going to stay?
Oh, 100%.
100.
You know what? Someone had said that it should have been called Nintendo Snap, which I kind of agree with. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
if it snaps into place, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of like, I mean, like PlayStation does it all the time. PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3.
Mm-hmm.
Nintendo has always had like something else, like with Nintendo 64, or the GameCube, or the Wii, or the Wii U.
Yeah.
And I feel like the Wii U was kind of a cop out too.
Yeah, I
So
feel like
like,
naming consoles, Wii U was a bad name, and then the Xbox Series X was also a bad name that confused me too.
but I mean the PlayStation. I mean it's iconic. Like there eventually is going to be a PlayStation 6
Yeah, it's
or a
clear.
PlayStation
Yeah,
7.
that one's clear. Yeah, that it's a new console.
So I mean, like I think it's clean for them, but
Mm-hmm.
for the Switch to kind of to piggyback on it, I think that's kind of lame. But that's just my personal opinion.
Okay. I'm gonna go
But
for the prediction that is the final name won't be the Switch 2. It probably will be, but I'm gonna make that prediction. And then Opal actually just made a suggestion because I actually saw rumors about this. The Halo Master Chief Collection on the Switch too.
really,
Yeah, going in with an open mind, do you think that's a possibility?
I mean, if Microsoft is really down to the dumps to sell it to Nintendo,
I don't
like
think
or
they're.
to even,
I don't think they'd
I mean,
sell it to Nintendo, but just publish it. Would it be considered publishing on Nintendo?
but do you think the Nintendo could handle that kind of heat?
Hmm. I.
Because truthfully, I mean, like I've never been a Halo fan, but
Hmm.
like my cousin used to play it all the time,
Yeah.
and I remember looking at it and just saying, "Wow, this is a good looking game."
Yeah.
And I mean, like I love the Switch graphics, but what like looking at Metroid, it looks phenomenal. Like I was kind of excited. It was like, "Oh wow, that looks really good."
Did you
You
really?
know,
I thought Metroid Prime 4 looked disappointing, a little lackluster.
I guess I don't know, but see,
Yeah.
like me,
'Cause-
when it comes down to like the qualifications of a Switch, I looked at that game and I was like, oh, that looks like Nintendo
oh,
graphics.
okay, yeah. That makes sense.
And so, I
All
mean,
right.
like, let's pair it open with Grand Theft Auto 6. That game looks amazing. Like,
You mean number
like,
5?
or yeah, or wait,
Number 6 is coming, but I don't think they've released any trailers or anything or any footage like that yet.
yeah, they have, dude.
Have they?
They have.
Oh,
Well, look at Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer, and you'll see how amazing it looks. I don't think Switch would ever be capable of doing that. Also, um,
oh, you're
like,
right, dude. I'm behind.
yeah,
Wait. Okay. Yeah, I'll watch it after this.
yeah, because it's worth the watch.
Okay.
But like, I mean, like, I don't think it's possible.
Okay. Yeah, Opal. Opal just mentioned the Master Chief Collection came out Xbox One. The Switch 2, and I agree, should be just as powerful as the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One.
It should, but it's not gonna be.
Yeah. They're actually
Like,
getting rid of the HDMI. No, I'm just kidding.
it's
He says
you get
Arms
the
Arms
AV cables.
2 legs will be announced. Nah. That's funny. But yeah. Okay.
Well, time will tell.
Yeah, I guess we will find out in less than 12 hours. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go pack my car, some blankets, um, and some snacks, just in case I just need to wait in line for a couple hours tomorrow. Um, Part of me wonders if I should just watch the announcement in the GameStop parking lot tomorrow morning. I'm not going to, but but yeah. Um,
Do you think people are gonna be lining up there tonight?
hmm. It is like a 5 minute drive from my house. I can check, but if they're gonna line up tonight, then they can have it. I will I will get it some other time. I'll get it during one of the restocks. Because as nice as it is going to be having it on launch day, normally on launches there's not that many games anyways. So, but we'll see.
Well, nothing beats like grabbing the console and running home, running to your
Yeah.
car, running home.
Opal says our pre-orders in store. I hope so. Um, we'll find out in the morning. Because online, I feel like pre-orders online is too difficult. It's too difficult. It's not gonna happen. Pre-orders in store. Hopefully, GameStop and Best Buy have it. Maybe Target, but I don't know if I trust the Target pre-order systems. I've actually pre-ordered an iPhone. I think it was iPhone 6 at Target before. It went okay. But yeah, Chris, any last remarks before we head out?
No, it should be a good day tomorrow.
Yeah. So, Opal, thank you for joining us. We are gonna end the stream. So, yeah, we'll hopefully check in pretty soon, see how correct we are in some of our predictions. Or see how incorrect we are. That's what I really should be saying. That should be more accurate. But yeah. All right. So thank you, Chris, and good night, everybody, and stay toasty.